Hey GBA fans, it's your friend Choice CJ here, and welcome back to the next and final episode of Pick'em Crew for GBA Season 8. Once again, I am joined by my good pal, it's Sock. Say hello, Sock.
What's up, GBA type people? It's your boy Sock here, and I'm helping bring you guys another last week of the Pick'ems.
Yes, indeed. So we have only 2 matches to look at from semis, and then we will do a breakdown of our finals match. So without further ado, let's look at the scores. So going into semis, the fans and its Gregulator were tied for first place, and after 2 very close games, the fans and Gregulator are once again tied, both scoring a 1-1 record. So we'll have to see what the picks are looking like for the finals, but potentially one could still climb above the other. It definitely is going to be a photo finish. A couple of analysts unfortunately went 0-2, such as myself and Zilix. And Sock, I believe you also came up empty this week. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of the results of these semifinals matches gave us a finals that people have been dreaming of. People have wanted MV versus Chimpact all the way since Season 6, and the time has finally come. So, do you have any thoughts on the 2 matches from last week, Sock?
I really enjoyed Jolt and Envy. I thought that was one of the better matches I've seen this season.
Yeah, it was crazy that it really came down to the Magmortar having Flame Charge, because if that hadn't been the case, then that Gardevoir probably would have pulled it back. Or I think if the Gardevoir had a little bit more speed, but I don't think you can account for Flame Charge Magmortar when you're team building. And that's kind of what Jolt said as well. He's like, I didn't account for it because I couldn't really. With that, let's quickly announce the fan pick for the finals. Sock, take it away.
Alright, so for the fan Discord this week, you guys are deciding to lock the San Diego Chimchargers.
Very good, yes. I guess it's not as dramatic when there's only one team to read.
And, I was really questioning if they wanted to lock this game or not, considering there's a lot more games to lock.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we're gonna apply locks for this week. I think it's only fair for the whole season. So the fans are locking the Chimchargers indeed, and so the finals, of course, as we've said, is between Lord MV, coach of the San Diego Chimchargers, and Chimpact, coach of the Philadelphia Scizors. Sock, why don't you give me your thoughts on this matchup?
Alright, Coco has a pretty decent matchup against Chimp, and Amoonguss is one of your few counters to Bulu. The one thing you do have to look out for, though, is Nihilego kind of destroys you the way it did with Lusamine. Dual Stab with Thunderbolt and Psychic destroys your team, and I expect something along the lines of AV and Polion for 3 reasons. One, it's a really good way to check it, and it scares it out with Jet. And lastly, it doesn't need any utility moves, because Gligar does the defogging better this game. And one last thing, if Amoonguss goes down, Bailu Jump, Slurpuff, Nihilego, and Bulu take your team out behind the woodshed.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty appropriate description. Just ask Aster about having Nihilego take you behind the woodshed. He could tell you all too much about that. So, for my perspective, like, big picture, a lot of how this game is played comes down to whether MVE chooses to go balance or offense. If he goes balance, he can bring things like Amoonguss, which check Bulu, Greninja, and Nihilego relatively well. But I think that balance is the wrong choice, just because it's going to end up struggling versus Uxie, Victini, and Camel. And just in general, the amount of offensive pressure that Chimp can apply with his U-turners like Victini and Greninja makes balance. I think it makes balance kind of a trap. Like I think it's a losing battle. So I think Envy should go more offensive. And you look at something like Coco, like, it is a little hard for Coco because you have both Camel and Ferrothorn on the opposing side of the field. So you can't run both HP Fire and HP Water for dealing with those 2 Mons. The good thing is that you can U-turn on either of those Mons and bring in something that scares the crap out of both of them. So, like, again, Campbell, if it's a balanced game plan, I think can do pretty well. But if MV elects to go offense, Campbell is pretty much dead weight because something can always come in to kill the Camel with a water move. Like Raichu, for example, if you just U-turn Coco on the Camel switch and bring in Raichu can threaten it with Surf. I think in general, actually, Raichu is looking like a really big win con with electric coverage, psychic coverage, Surf, and HP Fire for hitting Ferrothorn. Like, that together just pretty much annihilates everything that's not named Uxie. Like, with enough chip, I think Uxie can go down as well. The next best win con is Close Combat Pincer. So I think the two of those are going to apply a lot of pressure. I think if MV goes offensive, that the matchup is definitely in his favor. If he sort of falls into a trap and goes balance, I don't think it'll work out well for him. So all that said, I'm going in favor of MV. You're going MV or Chimp?
I'm going to go Chimpack just because I do believe that MV will fall into the trap. However, I'm going to say it right here. It will not surprise me if MV hacks his Chimp to win it in Justice of last season.
Yeah, that's a good point. Shout out to George. We do miss you, our two-time defending GBA champ, not in this season to defend his title. That's going to do it for our analysis of the finals match. We do hope you guys enjoy the match. It will be going up very soon. Let us know down in the comments below who you think is going to win, and tell us what your favorite match was from this season as well. And keep in mind, it's a little bit too late for this season, but we do have a fan Discord where you can go and submit your picks for each of the weekly games, and that will be part of the upcoming D-League season. So if you want to get in on that action, we recommend you go down to the link below and click the Discord link and make sure you join.
The way it works is you'll see two icons with each team, and then you'll see a red lock and a blue lock for this D-League season. You'll look at the blue lock for the one on the right and the red for one on the left, and boom, you made your picks. Hopefully you got them right.
Sweet, yeah, some insider knowledge on little improvements that are going to be made for the upcoming D-League season. Very much looking forward to it. Once again, guys, I've been CJ. He's been It's Sock. Until the next time, we'll see you guys later.
Peace.